I can guarantee you that in whatever you are endeavoring to achieve or to succeed in, if you look up to anybody that's maybe 1, 2, 3, 10 steps ahead of you, I can almost guarantee that at the beginning of their journey, at the beginning of their process, they too felt and embodied this fear themselves. Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the feeling or the threat of danger or harm or even the unknown. Logically, when we're doing something we've never done before, we don't know the risks associated, it's unfamiliar, we don't know what it feels like. And so to our brain, naturally, biologically, it poses as a bit of a threat, which therefore puts us in this kind of danger, fearful state. It's super understandable from a biomechanical point of view. Our thinking brain goes into overdrive to keep us safe, right? It's served our human race and population well to evolution and to get us to where we are today. And naturally, it has its purpose in day-to-day life too. And I only share this because it then feels a little bit more human or logical when we break it down and go, okay, I'm trying something unknown and new for the first time. So we can appreciate and acknowledge what our body is doing by bringing up the emotion of fear. It's not that you're not ready or unequipped or not prepared. It's actually just your human response to the unknown, to something uncertain, and to new and unfamiliar territories. So therefore, when I say that anybody in this world who has tried something new or pushed themselves outside of their comfort zone has 100% felt this fear, you can agree and understand biologically why that totally makes sense. And so you're not the problem. You're actually part of a human race that is programmed to feel this way about new and uncertain things. And I just think starting here and really accepting this and embodying it kind of takes a little bit of a weight off your shoulders, right? There's nothing wrong with you. It's got nothing to comment on your level of preparedness or worthiness. It's actually just the biological response you have to the unknown. And the reason I really wanted to share this is because I feel like when we want to start something new, we can very easily compare ourselves to other people who are a few steps ahead of us. And we can potentially use this fear as an excuse or a reason to hold ourselves back to not get started, because that fear puts us in a place where there's such a gap between where we are and where we want to be, or where we are and where somebody else is. It highlights that uncharted water territory. But the only difference between you and where you want to be, or you and the person who has achieved the thing that you want to achieve, is I guarantee you they too felt that fear, but they took the action anyway. And you're just at that step before the action has been taken. And so logically, taking that action is going to close the gap between your fear and what you want. And the really uncomfortable truth is that the fear is going to be there either way. And I kind of have experienced this myself. You try something new, that then becomes familiar. And so naturally the fear goes away because it doesn't see this new thing or this new environment as a threat anymore. I mean, think about when you've started a new job in the past. It feels really uncomfortable, unfamiliar, uncertain at the beginning, but slowly but surely it becomes kind of second nature and a part of your day-to-day life. And then you might move jobs and you feel the fear again. And so it's almost like if we program ourselves to understand or expect it almost every time we're in an unfamiliar territory, every time we push ourselves outside of our comfort zone, then I feel like you get to this acceptance place where you're like, okay, cool, I accept this fear as a part of like me pushing myself outside of my comfort zone. And I'm going to choose to take the action anyway, rather than feeling the fear and taking that as a sign that you shouldn't be doing it, or you're not ready, or that you're not worthy. Because that's when it's problematic. When we take this ingrained emotional response, this ingrained biological response, and let it stop us from doing the things we really want to do. And I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel. You can do so either on YouTube, on Apple, on Spotify, whatever platform you're on, so you don't miss any future videos. And of course, hit the like button if you really enjoy this video. It always helps us on the algorithm reaching more and more viewers. That's it from me, guys. I'll see you all next week for another episode. And until then, stay balanced.